What is that? Someone extra came out to play. Hey guys, I'm Chelsea. Welcome back to my channel. Today, is it today or was it yesterday? Yesterday was the first day of fall. So yesterday was the first day of fall and it felt like the middle of summer. So today it's like chilly out. I have my bomber on. It's actually a pretty sick one. It's that bright blue one that I have on my Instagram. Everyone keeps asking me where I got it from. I got it from a thrift store like I get everything else. And that inspired me to do a dark vampire eye, which I think on camera it's coming off more like a bright berry, which I'm fine with. I think it's cool. In my head I was going for something a little bit darker, but it turned out this way and I just go along with it because that's what happened and I'm fine with it. But yeah, so it's officially fall here in New York and on the East Coast, and I'm pretty excited about it because one, I freaking hate sweating. I hate sweating so much, and I just hate always just like feeling hot, and I'm like, I don't want to touch anything or anyone. I'm just like, get off me. And like the subways are so freaking hot, so you like look cute, glam, give your life, yes when you leave your house. The second you step outside, just everything melts off your face and body, and it's gross. So I'm just excited for fall, and that's why I thought of these products, because I think of fall, I think of leather weather. I'm going apple picking, I'm going pumpkin picking. Two of my most favorite fall activities are apple and pumpkin picking. I don't know, I didn't even start doing it until I was in college when I like moved to New York, and because everyone here does it, it's just the thing that you do in New York, and it's a nice way for us to kind of escape the city for just a couple hours and go back into suburbia, because you know, when you live here, all you know are buildings and cars and the fast pace and the subway and all that stuff. Like you forget that there really is like a life outside of that. So every season, everyone just escapes the city and we all go apple picking, and I try to find like the most distant farm or patch as I can from the city, so that way it really feels like I've stepped away and took a step back, and it gives me time to reflect and refresh and really get ready for the fall season, the fall hustle, the fall grind. It just makes me happy, and I get to go with my friends, and it's all about the car ride up there and like the music and the playlists that are created, the car ride back, and all the humongous apples that we have here on the East Coast, and the pumpkins, so I can start decorating my house and my apartment, for Halloween and fall. It's just one of my most favorite things, and I would love to know what your favorite thing is about fall and what maybe you and your friends or your family or all of you guys do together. And also I just think of like apple cider, like warm apple cider with cinnamon sticks in it, and just like movies when you get home and cuddling up on the couch with the blanket. Like I am such a nostalgic for the quintessential fall events or just moments when it's just you and a blanket, some tea, or apple cider and a movie. I love those things. Very simple things. But yeah, so this is a way longer intro for me, at least, than usual, but I also feel like I don't get to talk to you guys very much, at least on here, and I want to get to know you guys better. I want you guys to get to know me better, and post any questions, or let us, post anything below that you do for fall that is your favorite thing and makes you feel either like a kid again, or it just brings you happiness, because that's the best, right? So back to normal programming. Without further ado, if you're all set for the video, stay tuned. Okay, so I'm starting with the Smashbox 24-Hour Photo Finish Primer, and I'm just gonna add that to both of my eyelids, blend that in evenly. I'm gonna apply some translucent powder to set the eyeshadow primer. I'm just using the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. I'm actually mostly just focusing it on my brow bone and then my lower lash line, because I'm just gonna be putting down a cream base, so there's no point putting a powder, then a cream, and just like adding all of these things. So I'm starting with the Morphe 35O palette, and I'm gonna start with this neutral light brown, and I'm gonna apply that all over the crease. And I'm going to use that as my transition color, so I'm going to try to use a blending brush that is pretty focused and dense to make sure it sits perfectly in the crease exactly where I want it. I'm actually going to bring you guys in a little bit closer so you can see exactly what I'm doing. Once we have that down, I'm just going to go in with a little bit of a darker brown. I'm going to apply that just on the outer third, and that's just going to make sure that the depth stays focused on the middle of the lid, which will be the dark red. Just go ahead and pop that. I'm using the same brush. This is a Morphe brush. I don't know which one because, again, it came from a kit and there's just no numbers on this brush. I don't know, but it's a really dense crease brush. I'm going to apply that right on the outer thirds. To make a color really pop, you want to use any type of cream base that you have. I always use pretty much the same one in all my videos, but it's because it works and it's what I have. So, yep. I'm using the NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk, of course, one of my favorite staple products I definitely suggest having. It's like $5 at Ulta, and you can also order it off the NYX website, and you can also get them in Ricky's. There's so many places to buy them, but I use it to make sure that the colors I use pop. And since I want to make this a bright red, well, I want to make this a really warm red, and I wanted the red to pop. And the color that I'm going to be using is Mars, the MannyMUA and MakeupGeek palette. I'm going to apply the Milk Jumbo Eye Pencil all over my lid and then just blend it out a bit with my fingers just to soften the edges. Once you have that blended out to your liking, I'm going to go ahead and grab the Morphe 614. I'm going to go ahead and dip that into Mars and make sure to really pack it onto the brush and pack it right onto the lid. I'm going to go back in with that second dark brown I used in the beginning just to blend out and smooth out the edges a bit. So it's more of a dark berry, which is not really what I was going for, but I also don't hate it. So we're just gonna go with it. No, it isn't trendy, but that's totally fine. Going to apply Beaches and Cream to my brow bone as a highlight. So I'm gonna create a wing, and I'm gonna use the Inglot 77 eyeliner. Once your liner is done, I'm going to apply some mascara so that way I can prep my lashes for lashes. I'm using the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, of course, current fave, current love. Cool. Once your lashes are on, you can go ahead and tightline your waterline, or you can do this before you put your lashes on. I just forgot. I'm using the Urban Decay Perversion eyeliner. What am I doing? Now onto the face. For primer, I'm going to use the IT Cosmetics number 50 Collagen Veil Anti-Aging Primer. For foundation, I'm using the Fit Me Matte and Poreless from Maybelline in 330 Toffee. So this matches my forehead, which is like the darkest part of my face, and I think my skin is still coming back from like the summer. It was a bit darker in the summer, so it may seem pretty dark on the lower half of my face, but it does match the top, so I'm just trying to match everything. For highlight, I'm going to use the LA Girl Pro Conceal in GC 973 Creamy Beige, and really brighten up those under eyes since I am using a bit of a darker foundation today. To set that, I'm going to use the La Mercier translucent powder and just pack that onto the areas that I just applied concealer so that way they can bake while I finish the rest of my face. To set the rest of my face, I'm going to use the Fit Me setting powder in 310 Sun Beige and a Morphe E1 brush. I have severely hit pan on this, but I think that shows how much I really like it because you can just pack it on. I have like zero patience right now, so I'm just gonna go ahead and wipe away any remaining powder that was there from the bakage. To finish up the under eyes, I'm gonna smoke them out. So I'm gonna use these two colors, Aphrodite and Mars from the MannyMUA palette. So I'm going to smoke out the bottom lash line, and I'm going to use a mixture of Aphrodite and Mars. I'm gonna just use the same brush and apply Aphrodite to the outer corner. Then on a small blending brush, I'm gonna go back in with Aphrodite, that dark brown, and just really blend that out and smoke that out. Just make sure you tap off your brush because these are pretty pigmented shadows. After that, I'm just lining my waterline with the Urban Decay Perversion eyeliner. For an inner corner highlight, I'm using Luna. And then last, for the eyes, I'm applying mascara to the lower lashes. I'm gonna bronze this face just one time with actually the Forever 21 bronzer. It's actually not bad. And I'm using the same brush I always use every single video that I've used, that I've done. It's the Kiko angled brush. Pop a little of that on there. Hit those cheeks. Kind of using it as a little bit of a contour, not gonna lie. But it's actually a nice bronzer. It's not patchy and it's not like kind of like crazy or cheap that you, at least I expected it to be. I'm using this Stephen Klein in collaboration with the NARS blush palette, and it's called Despair. It looks like this. It's 4 blushes, and I'm actually gonna go, let's see, I'm gonna mix these 2 blushes together. Mind you, the names are horizontal on this, even though it's a square palette, so I really don't know how that works out, but that's all I got. So I really don't know what the name of these blushes are because I'm here for confused, but I will be using the pink and peach shade, and I just blend them together on an angled Morphe brush. And last but not least, for the face, of course, is a highlight. I finally got the Laura Geller, what is this called? What is this called? Yeah, Gilded Honey. Like everybody was talking about it 1.5 million years ago, I feel like. So late to the game. But I got this little sample of it. And I'm using the Morphe M509. But I got it. And it's so cute. I'm like traveling with this because I'm traveling on Thursday. Actually, I'm going to London. See you soon. I was supposed to go to South Korea, but it just didn't work out. So I decided to go to London instead. So I will definitely be bringing this highlighter because it's perfect for travel. And I don't have to be scared that it's going to break once it's in the air, you know? So I'm just popping that onto the highest points of my cheeks. Oh, it's so pretty. Yes, girl, yes, girl. A little bit on my Cupid's bow. Alright, so for lips, there's always like a ton of options. You could go a deep, beautiful lip, something like, what is this, LAX from ColourPop. If you just wanted to have like a really beautiful deep moment, you could go really nude, something like Celebrity Skin, or a couple of his other nudes if you just wanted all your focus to be on your eye. I went in between, and I'm using Androgyny by Jeffree Star. Just that way I can balance it out with a nice amount of color and pigment on the lips to match the eyes, but not fully matched, obviously in shade, but in terms of like where the depth of the face is. It's really deep eyes, so I'm also gonna have like a mid-tone lip, and I'm not gonna use any lip liner with this. Last thing is set the face. I don't like my face being wet. My friend Gabby does this and I love it. It makes so much sense, doesn't it? Just dry it off a little bit faster, because honey, she gotta go. Guys, that's it for today's tutorial. I'm hoping you like this look, the fall look, first of the fall looks, more to be to come. October's coming, Halloween's coming. Yeah, definitely give me a follow on Instagram at Chelsea D March, Snapchat at Chelsea_March, Twitter at Chelsea March, and follow my Depop shop where I'm selling these cool, these painted flame skirts that I did. So they're leather skirts. Oh my gosh. I grab vintage leather skirts and I paint flames on them and roses and all this fun stuff, and I also paint leather jackets too. So if you want one, you can DM me on Twitter, or you can DM me on Instagram. Instagram's probably the best one to do, and I can create a custom flame skirt or leather jacket for you and then ship it out to you. Super, super simple. To see the photos though, definitely look at my Depop, and it's just at South Street Style on Depop. It's an app, you should download it, it's awesome. You can buy so much cool stuff that people have on there. But yeah, until next time guys.